What do a sponge and an eggplant have in common? Well, if you're not careful, more than you'd like to know. This is how to cook an eggplant. What is an eggplant? An eggplant is the berry of the eggplant plant. Like tomatoes and potatoes, eggplants are part of the nightshade family. If you're like me, you may wonder where the name eggplant comes from with a vegetable that looks like this. While in many other English-speaking countries, eggplant are referred to as aubergine, here in the US, we call them eggplant because the varietals that first arrived looked a lot like eggs. There are many different varietals of eggplant, even though most are primarily purple and white. There are the large, oblong Italian eggplant, long, skinny Asian eggplant, as well as colorful purple and white patterned ones that are often referred to as fairy tale eggplant. What does eggplant taste like? Honestly, it doesn't have a super strong flavor by itself, but when raw, eggplant can be very bitter tasting. While eggplant doesn't have a super distinctive taste, it has a very distinctive texture. Eggplant flesh is full of tiny air pockets, and those tiny air pockets are what make it very similar to a sponge. Now, the sponginess of eggplant is both a good and a bad thing. On one hand, it's good because it means it can absorb more flavors, but the downside to eggplant being spongy is that it absorbs a lot of oil if not cooked right, resulting in a vegetable that is just not very good to eat. Let's talk about how to cook an eggplant. Like potatoes, eggplants are not very good when undercooked. When properly cooked through, the spongy texture of eggplant actually transforms into creaminess. A secret that many people use when cooking eggplant is salting it before any other cooking process. If you slice your eggplant and salt it and let it sit out for a little bit, it will both improve the texture and fight the bitterness. While ideally you would have time to salt your eggplant before cooking it, that's not always realistically going to be the case, and you can just roast eggplant without salting it. If you want to do that, try to pick young eggplant and try cooking it longer so that the texture can collapse on itself. Eggplant works really well in dishes like ratatouille. Just know that if you're going to add eggplant to a soup or a stew, you need to make sure you give it time to break down and become creamy instead of being spongy. Eggplant is a beloved ingredient in so many cuisines. And with a few steps, you can take this vegetable from being spongy and dense to being creamy and delicious. And I hope you're inspired to go buy one and try it out for yourself. And until next time, I'm Kara, and I can cook.